This is the plaintiff, Mattia Branch. She says the defendant, her landlord, evicted her, then went into the apartment and trashed her stuff. She actually cut all the electrical cords and ruined all her electronics. The woman's done this before. She's not letting her get away with it and is suing for $2,856, the amount she's owed. This is the defendant, Sharon Henderson. She says she noticed the cords of the plaintiff's electronics were cut, but doesn't know anything about how that happened. The woman was out of the house for 2 months and left her things unlocked and open to anyone. She has no idea what happened in those 2 months. Only thing she does know is she had nothing to do with it. She's accused of malicious destruction.
Mattia Branch,
Yes.
You are suing your former landlord Sharon Henderson for $2,856, the value of goods that you say were damaged when she illegally put your stuff out on the curb. Tell me what's going on.
Yes, I moved to the defendant's apartment around March 1st.
Okay.
Around
How much was the rent?
the rent was $1,500.
And my understanding is that you were on Section 8?
Yes, I was on a Section 8 program.
Okay, which means that the government helps to pay
Helps
for
to
your
pay
rent.
my rent,
How
yes.
much of the rent was the government paying?
God, I don't have those figures. They was paying,
Well, how much were you paying?
I was paying $400 total.
So they're paying the rest. They're paying
Yes.
$1,100 a month.
Yes.
All right.
Up to around May, I had received, it was like the end of May, the beginning of June, I received a letter from Section 8 saying that I was going to be terminated.
Why?
Due to, I had got into, it was an altercation at a restaurant. I got involved with the police where they wanted to terminate
Why?
my.
Did you get arrested?
Yeah, I got
What'd
arrested.
you get charged with?
Resisting arrest and harassment on officer, which I'm still going to court for, that I'm fighting because.
It's pending.
Yes.
You're accused of punching the police officer.
Which I didn't do. I'm
Okay.
innocent, and I'm
Oh,
fighting it.
it must have been quite the Cinco de Mayo party, huh? It was that Cinco de Mayo, right?
Yeah.
All righty then. And others got arrested for what?
I don't. It was like
yours,
a stabbing.
Yours was like the least of the arrests that day.
Exactly.
Okay.
But,
Someone got arrested for stabbing somebody.
yeah.
All right.
But
So what happens?
so I couldn't pay. I could not afford August 1st rent. I received a letter about going to court with her that she was suing me for $2,300, which included August rent and late fees.
So you guys ended up in eviction court in August. Okay. Do you have the results of what happened in eviction court?
No, I don't know if
You have it?
You have
Yes.
it?
May I see it? September 9th, a final order is made in favor of the landlord. She has to pay $1,747 plus costs of $55, and a warrant of eviction shall issue, execution to be stayed until September 16th, a week later. So you get out when?
All right. After the court, September 9th, when we went to court, I received an eviction letter. It did say eviction immediately, and Sharon Henderson has a $1,700 judgment against you. I didn't understand it, so leaving out of the courtroom, I asked the officer, how do I go about doing this? He said, you don't have to leave the premises until she gets a sheriff letter, and then he was like, after the sheriff letter, you have about 72 hours after that to do it. So
Before
I'm like,
the sheriff drag you out with a horse? Do you have to wait that long?
No,
How about if you just get out because you're supposed to get out? And they can...
no, that's not. So I'm like, all right. So
Yeah, the real question you're asking the
next-
officer is how far can I play the game? And then the officer's giving you the correct answer. You can play the game until they pry your cold knuckles off of the doorknob through the sheriff.
No.
Yes, that is accurate. Go
But
on.
that's not the
That
thing,
is
because
it's exactly what you're doing, which
I
is
didn't-
fine. Just move on. Tell me. So the officer tells you that, so you still weren't moving.
But I figured, this is what I figured, whether it was wrong or right, but if she gives me the sheriff letter, then like I know that, all right, maybe I have to really get somebody to do it. But
As opposed to what? Why don't you just do what you're supposed to do?
Because I did not have nobody at the time to
Well, how are you
move
going to get
my
somebody
things.
later? How are you
I
magically
told-
going to be able to do it when the sheriff's
No,
letter comes?
The cousin of mine that was moving my stuff, told me that he was going to move it that Sunday.
That Sunday
That's
being
when-
what day? September?
It wasn't September 12th.
12th?
It was the following Sunday.
Well, that's way after that's way after the sheriff's going to come in.
No, but I was.
According to what I'm looking at, which is the
called-
only document anybody's given me from the court, it says that a warrant of eviction shall issue, execution to be stayed through September 16th. September 16th is a Thursday before the 19th, which is when you're good and ready to get your stuff out.
And I never.
All right, wrap it up here. What'd you do, honey? You didn't get your stuff out. And so one day you go over there and you see all your stuff at the curb. What day is that?
That's this. I said it's that following Sunday. It wasn't the 12th, so it was what, the 8th?
It wasn't the 12th, then it's the 19th, the day you're supposed to go there with your cousin. Did you go there with your cousin?
I did. Right after
and
my
the stuff is outside.
Right,
and is it everything you had in there was outside?
Everything I had from everything, all my belongings, my bed.
All right. What's going on? Let me hear from you. What's the story, Miss Henderson?
Okay, I rented an apartment to Mattia.
No, we don't have to go that far back.
My daughter
now you end
handles
up in court with her because she's not paying her $400 or she's paying it late and then late fees are accruing.
Right. Can my daughter?
Sure, come on up. What's your name?
My name is Sherry Henderson, Your Honor. I'm called Vanessa.
Oh, and who's that?
This is Sharon, my mother.
Okay, and you're Sherry.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So I manage the property.
Okay.
We were in the court on the 9th. You have the whole story.
Now, on the 9th, what do you say the judge says?
The judge says that he's going to give her the eviction letter. Like she said.
What does he say about when she has to get out?
He said 7 days. I'm going to give you 7 days.
7 days would take us to the 16th of September. Not the 19th, the 16th. So the judge point blank tells her you have 7 days, and that's still not good enough. She's figuring out the angle of how she could wait a few more days because she knows that you're not allowed to do what you did, which is to dump all the stuff out on the street. You need to have a sheriff do that.
Right. Right.
Ay, Dios mío.
The door was not locked.
That was our error.
You think? When did you go in and take all her stuff and put it out?
Sunday the 19th. Sunday the 19th after the
That's the only
judgment was
reason she showed
filed.
up the 19th. She showed up the 19th because somebody called her and said, girl, your stuff is out on the street.
Right,
so
but
go ahead.
But Your Honor, we have
Otherwise, it'd be like another month.
we have photos of what was left in the apartment.
Let me see.
But we were under
What were
the
you
assumption.
thinking? Why would you put all her stuff out like that? Who gave you that advice? Why did you think that would be a good way to manage the apartment for your mom?
Well, after all of the time that we gave Miss
No,
Branch
I don't mean
to,
why didn't it feel good. I know why it felt good.
No,
I'd
actually
set
it didn't.
fire to it too, and it would make
Actually,
me
it
feel
didn't.
good, but it would not be legal.
Right.
So you put all your stuff is out. Now there's a problem with you get there and the stuff itself, other than you say you had a pillow top.
I had a pillow top.
Do you have pictures of the damage to your stuff?
Yeah.
This is from her?
Those was every piece. I had 2 TVs, my DVD, even to my iron. She cut every cord.
The cords?
The cords.
Oh my God.
I even my son's PlayStation. If you see like the red, yellow, and white pieces, each one of them, she took her time. Every cord to every piece of electronic, and as soon as I seen cords cut, I have 2 police statements from prior when I called the police on her back in July. When she came into the house, I had her air conditioner on. It was in the lease that I could pay $60 extra a month to use her air conditioner. They came in the house. I let them in the house. I'm thinking that they're coming in the house to fix something. Vanessa goes very politely, right, because the air conditioner is in the wall, in the living room wall, goes to the air conditioner. I even moved my couch for her because I'm thinking she's going to fix something. Takes the scissors out of her pocketbook and cuts the cord to the air conditioner.
On account of what? Because you left it running and her eyes were
and her mother's in my face. Give me the money for the air conditioner. Give me. I'm like,
because there's an extra fee for the air conditioner?
Yeah, but I had it on no longer than 24 hours. I would have gave her the 60. When the following month came, I would have gave her the $60 for the air conditioner.
You don't pay your bills. That's why. Did you cut the cord for the AC?
Actually, yes, I did, Your Honor.
Okay, well then who do you think is my prime suspect for this little gem right here?
I can't see that.
Oh, well, let me describe it to you. It's every single electrical cord for all of the stuff that you threw out onto the curb. And it's all cut.
So the landlord can't throw this stuff out in the street. What's the landlord supposed to do with the stuff? What do you think?
Give notice.
But you give notice and it's like, okay, your stuff's in my apartment. I can't rent it out.
A courtesy call. Okay, I'm going to throw it on.
How long do you have to wait?
1 to 2 days, maybe. That's
Really?
Courtesy. Well, he has to rent the apartment now. You can't just leave your stuff in there if you're not paying.
I reckon maybe a week.
So you got to give them a week or so.
Yeah, like a week's notice. And then if they don't come, then...
Throw it out.
Yeah.
We'll find out about that going inside the courtroom.
I need to give it to you so you can refresh your recollection of how you cut it?
No,
or are you
because
pretty
I
much
didn't
ready
cut
to
it.
tell me you cut it?
No, I'm not ready to tell you I cut it, Your Honor.
Who is the scissor-wielding fiend if not you?
I'm not sure, Your Honor, because those are not my belongings. The air conditioner was my belonging. I own the
Here's
air
what people
conditioner. I
do
paid
when
the
they see
bill.
belongings out on the curb. Ooh, what can
They
I take?
take it.
What can I steal? Not, ooh, what can I maliciously cut because I can't stand this girl. That's what, see, they don't do that. They don't maliciously cut. People steal.
Yes.
Is this a TV that you say is worth $300? You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, actually it was.
Yeah, because go show me some receipts for the amounts you're claiming. You're claiming
I don't-
$3 grand. Back it up. So now show me proof that you have been hurt to the tune of $3 grand.
The most I did was go on the computer and just write down.
Yeah, that's nice, but that's not
the
going to
most I
help
did.
because what I need to know is what your stuff is worth, and that is not worth $300.
And my
All right,
bed.
stop. Now, yeah, you're bad. All right, now, I like to understand what planet you are living in where you think that you can take the law into your own hands like this and not only put somebody's stuff out on the curb without the sheriff doing it, but also then vandalize the stuff by cutting all the wires. You don't have a right to do that. In fact, in some states like New York, it's a misdemeanor when you do that. You can be arrested, and she can sue for punitive damages.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes, we do.
In a police statement, she tried to offer $250 for my things.
To get you out of her hair.
Yeah, to get me out of her hair.
What have you paid her that $1,700 judgment?
She kept my $1,500 security.
Was there a security deposit?
Yes, Your Honor, she paid $1,500 security.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Based on the illegal lockout that occurred, because it is illegal, you cannot do that. Oh, by the way, let me just explain to you what you're supposed to do, just so you know for the next time that this happens. You're not hostage to her and her whims and, I'll see if I can get my cousin. Maybe yes, maybe no. You're not a hostage. But the right way, the legal way to do it, is that you take all of her stuff and you put it, and it may cost you $100, but you put it in a storage, and then you hand her the key. And then from then on in, she either pays the storage or her stuff is confiscated by the storage company. You see?
That's a good idea.
That's how it's done.
Okay.
But you can't just take it upon yourself to throw out what they leave on the day after they're not supposed to be there. It's got to, that's not how it works. Abandoned property takes longer than that. Okay. You have certain obligations as a landlord to make sure that her stuff is well protected, whatever stuff is left there.
Yes.
All right. I find that you are able to keep the $1,500 security deposit. That means that she still owes you $302. I find in your favor in the amount of $500, which means that the defendants in this case owe the plaintiff a sum total judgment in the amount of $198. That's my verdict.
See what the defendant has to say. Come on out here and. All right, so the sum total is ruled on. Step right over toward me. What's going through your mind coming out of the courtroom right now? You wire cutter, you.
She's out of the house, and we owe $198.
We still win.
You still win?
We still
As long
win.
as she's out. That's
Right.
it.
She's out $198. I offered her $250, so she's still losing.
All right.
So.
Well, don't cut any of the wires when you head around the corner. All right. We need the lights to stay on here. All right. All right.
you.
Head right this way. All right. So step on in here. What's your feeling on the outcome here? Final judgment.
I'm not happy because I feel like my things was worth more than $500.
Yeah. So what do you do next here? Once you leave here, what's your next plan?
Hopefully never run into a landlord like her. That's
All right.
about it.
I'm sure Harvey has something better than that. Harvey?
Okay, abandoned property is a tricky thing. It really varies on what constitutes abandoned from city to city. The various cities have different rules. Before you take any action like this, call your local police department. They'll give you the ground rules. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.